All right, guys, so another update on the truck here. It is getting, pretty close to being sanded. I still got, the other half of the jam of the cab, and then I gotta do this whole door and jam and everything. But so far today, I've just been working on all these rock chips and sanding down this door, which, this part's good. Looks like a little scratch in it right there, and then I still gotta do the top part and in here, and then I was working on the pillar here a little bit, but I got that pretty much all done. A bunch of rock chips down here, and then as you can see in the bottom of the door, now I was using 100 grit, so I already sanded out quite a bit of them. Like there's a lot more in this area, but I really can't see them anymore. Okay, there's one right there actually, but I think I got most of them out, and then I went around and circled all the rest of them, and there's still a good 20 in there. So I gotta go back over, get all those out. This is a dent right here, so I gotta fill that. And then it looks like one chip made it all the way up there. So, the perks of having a lifted truck. And then I'm just gonna show you guys this real quick. So, the door closes, about like this, whatever, you got a latch right there. And then there's even a little strip that goes on the bottom of the door here. And it closes and covers like, majority of this. Well, look at how many chips are on this. All of those are rock chips. And that's getting like in between the doors. Just straight up rock chips. And then I sanded most of the other side. Now I gotta check it again for chips. But this is what it's looking like. Like those dark spots are like chips. So, basically the whole bottom like 8 inches of the door is all like sanded down, especially this corner. And man, the front doors are even gonna be worse. Like they gotta be, because they're closer to the wheel. But then that strip I was just talking about on the other side, I stripped it all down to metal. Try and get a lot of it out, but yeah, you can just see how many chips there were. And I still gotta do underneath here and try and sand this, which is gonna suck because it's not smooth. But yeah, this is definitely a tedious part of the prep work, but I'm working on this slowly but surely, and I'm gonna get it done. So I just gotta finish up this door, and then I can finish, well, the jams and all that then too. And then I got finish the top part of the cab there, the little bit, and the pillar up there by the windshield, a little bit in here. And then I gotta do the rocker on this side also, and then I gotta do the whole back of the cab. So my main dents were right there, that one sanded spot in the middle, which I'm not too worried about that. I don't know how much you'll even be able to see that little spot right there. It wasn't even that bad. And then this one, that was a little dent. But yeah, that one wasn't even really that bad, so you might just be able to blend that in. But yeah, and then besides that, it's just like little rock chips, but I don't think they're like dents at all. But it'd still be nice to put something over it, or maybe the primer will just be good enough. And then block it all out, and then have that be all good. So I'm gonna try and get the truck fully done today, and then I gotta do the front doors also, which are right there and there. Got some sawhorses right here, so I do have to take my carburetor off that one and put it on that four-wheeler and get my four-wheeler all done and get that out of here. So then it's just that one. But honestly, I might get that one out of here too and put that downstairs, because I'm not gonna want anything in here for when I paint. Which means I'll probably have to even put my other four-wheeler downstairs too, that's in the corner or something. just because I don't want any overspray on anything, of course, because, you know, I might end up selling all of them, but, you know, no matter what, I don't want overspray on them. So before any of that happens, I got a lot of prep work to do, so I'm gonna get to work, and I'll update you guys when I make some good progress. All right, guys, so I've been sanding on the truck a lot, and as you can see here, I got this whole rear door all fully sanded, and on the outside I got all the chips that I could see out of it. And the only thing is, looks like there might be a little spot right there actually, which is a scratch. But so that's a dent right there, and then right here it's actually cracked. The bottom of the door is cracked. I don't know, it doesn't really focus, but you guys can kind of see that, how it's cracked right there. So I'm gonna have to kind of like dent it in, because right now it's kind of a high spot, as you can see. I gotta dent it in and weld it and grind it down. So hopefully that's not too bad to do. But I did the whole jam of the cab, and then even down here, and I went, oh, there's another chip I missed. But I went down the whole rocker here, from here up, and got all the little chips out. As you can see, there was a few little marks, and now I gotta do underneath in the bottom of the rocker, which honestly, it is rusty. So it's not perfect. I mean, it's pretty rough. Pretty sure I've already showed you guys that before, but I mean, ideally, I'd like to have the rockers replaced, but, you know, I just don't have time for that right now and stuff, and I don't have the knowledge and stuff, so, you know, maybe later on down the road, I'll, you know, run into someone and find someone that knows what they're doing and is willing to help me, or maybe once I get kind of settled in again, and, you know, I might try and tackle it myself, or, you know, my dad can help me or something. But, you know, I'm just not comfortable like doing that kind of work, especially on what this truck is. But, you know, that's the only thing that is, you know, rusty about this truck anymore. So just the rockers, but, you know, they're good enough for now. And it'll be easy to repaint them later on, because it's just down here. And then yeah, so I just got the rear left and underneath the rockers, but I need a coarse whiz wheel pad or prep pad, or, you know, whatever you want to call them, for the tool right here to, you know, get all that loose stuff off and try and get at that rust and get it all prepped up. So I gotta wait till tomorrow to do that, because I gotta get those at work. Actually, I feel like we should have some. No, I think I brought them to work. Anyways, it's also getting kind of late, so, you know, I got all this done. And then honestly, I'm thinking about just putting some paper in there, just because, you know, I got it so nice already, and at least try and cover most of it with paper. Because, you know, I don't want to end up getting like primer in there, or, you know, not being able to get clear coat in there and having some dry and rough spots, even though you hardly ever see in there. Plus, I mean, again, it's kind of these little things that you really got to be looking for to notice. But and speaking of it, the back of the cab you hardly ever even see, but I mean, you still got to get it somewhat decent, and all that. So definitely still a little bit left to do. And I don't know if I ever showed you guys, but I might be able to get to it better on this side. This was rust on the back of my cab, and I got it all off of there with a prep pad. So that is awesome. I mean, it's good metal behind it. It was just some surface rust starting. For whatever reason, you know, I had 3 of these, and this one and the one I still have now has it in the same spot. So I don't know if it was common on these or not. I guess I haven't really paid attention to any of them like at work or anything, but you know, maybe for fun I will now and see if any of the other ones have the cancer. But with that being said, I just got, you know, a little bit of prep work left, and then, you know, I gotta fill some spots with some Bondo, you know, not much. So, you know, she ain't gonna be no Bondo bucket, but you know, it's hard to have a perfect truck. I mean, this thing's already older than 10 years. So, and it's just kind of some weird spots, but you know, hopefully the fenders aren't bad. And then I just gotta try and find a really nice and clean box for it. And then hopefully my tailgate works. And then, you know, it'll be all nice. So basically a lot of new parts. But, you know, the doors are fairly nice. And there's actually one other thing I wanted to show you guys. So got this door up on the stand. And, well, look at all of the glass in here. You can see it through these holes. And honestly, this door, like, it, like, just barely had a little bit of rust coming in, but I think it'll be fine. And then I gotta try and neutralize it, which my dad pulled out some of this stuff, which I guess he told me to just use this stuff. So I guess I can just do that on the bottom of my doors. And I had another little weird spot right there, but no big deal. I mean, it didn't get bad yet. Like on my other truck, like it's really blistered. Like this is the worst spot right here. But I mean, it's pretty straight so far. And oh, I still have the seal on this one, but you know, I don't think this one's as bad either. And just gotta clean up the top. But yeah, so I got the doors left and then just the rockers in the back of the cab. So not too much. I gotta tape this off and pull these little rubber pieces and whatnot. Probably unbolt this. And then I don't know what I'm gonna do about this. Maybe try and cover it up and tape off that little bit right there. I mean, I already sprayed it though, unfortunately, but that way the whole thing doesn't look bad. I don't know, maybe some of it will flake off too. You can flake it all back off. I don't know. I'll try and probably cover it up and tape this and like lift it when I paint and whatever. So, you know, no big deal. And yeah, so hopefully within a few days it'll be all prepped and getting primed up, and then having to get prepped again. And then the paint job will finally take place. And then I'll still have to paint my grill, my mirrors, my headlights, my tailgate, my hood, my bumpers, wiper arms, door handles, all the good stuff. So, you know, it's getting there. It's getting there. And I only have like 2 weeks to get it done. And yeah, so I guess I will catch you guys in a bit. All right, guys, so back out here with the truck. I am finishing up prepping it for the primer, and I actually had my dad out here helping me with the Bondo because, you know, I really don't want to mess up on the body work because, you know, I want the truck to look straight and nice. So we got a few spots Bondoed up here and then on that corner. And I actually have to weld up my door down here because it cracked, as I was showing you guys earlier. So I gotta scuff that down. I already kind of dented it smooth. And then it seems like the doors on both sides are cracked right at this seam. I don't know if that's a common problem on these or not, but it's just kind of weird how it's on both doors. And on this one you can really see it, how the paint was chipped and it's actually cracked. But I mean, it's hard to see because the camera doesn't really focus, but it's cracked right there just slightly. But might just have to put a little weld on the side so, you know, it doesn't, you know, come back or anything. And yeah, I just gotta, you know, weld this one up, make it smooth. Gonna have to grind it down and then Bondo over it, but you know, not too bad so far. So hopefully the front doors are pretty good, and then hopefully I can find a pretty clean box. I mean, I realize I can just buy a brand new one, but brand new one's twice as much. So just gotta see what happens with that. But for now, that's where I'm at. So I'll keep on working at it and try and get it all prepped and ready tonight, and you know, maybe painting tomorrow night. That would be pretty sweet. But we'll just see what happens. All right, guys, so I accidentally bumped the camera over, but I got this one welded up. It is really thin, but I'm hoping that I can get it all smoothened out and looking good. And then I got that one all tacked up right there, just on the side, so it won't spread. And then I still gotta get that side, so I gotta do that side, smoothen these out, and then I'll get back to you guys. All right, guys, so my dad actually came out and helped me finish up the door here, and just gotta sand down that filler. But all the other spots are good, like the spot that was right there, that's all good. The little spot that was right here, that's all good. The little spot right there, a spot right there, and then the spot on the corner. And then I got the sides of the doors all tacked up right there. And I just gotta do a little bit more sanding on the back of the cab. I mean, you won't really see much of that anyways. Here's that other spot. And then I gotta do the rockers underneath. And then I just got the doors all taped off and ready to prep. And then I should be getting my primer tomorrow, I think. My dad knows more about what primer I need, so I asked him to go and get it for me if he could. I still gotta take this little sticker off and then do a little bit of wax and grease removing and sand all these up. And then I can do my first coat of primer doing this side of the door jamb, and then all my like light spots that broke through, like all this just down there, can wait up there for the primer and stuff, and over all the filler and Bondo. So once all that's done, then block it out, flip the front doors, and then spray everything with a nice coat. And then, you know, all the light spots will have 2 coats over it, and then, you know, these spots will just have the 1, and then block it all out, and then it'll be all ready to be painted. So hopefully that, you know, gets done pretty soon here, because I really want to be painting it this weekend, and then I can at least have the truck done, and then I can do all the other parts later on, you know, next week or whatever. So, well, it's gonna have to be next week and as soon as possible, but at least the truck itself will be done, which will be really nice. And then I can finally uncover it all and take all that stuff off before the tape starts failing on me even more. But anyways, I ran out of prep pads again because I had to prep up the doors and stuff. A little bit right there, a little bit right there too. So I guess I'll have to wait till tomorrow. Plus I'm pretty tired and it's getting late. So I'll just scuff all this up tomorrow, and then I should still have time to paint too before I go to bed. So it won't be that bad. Honestly, it wouldn't take that long either. Just shooting the rockers and the bottom of the doors, and you know, basically the cab corners and a little bit of the back. So, oh, and can't forget up on the roof there a little bit, but honestly not bad at all. So I should still be able to prime it tomorrow too, even though I didn't get all my sanding done tonight. But guys, we're getting somewhere with it. So oh, there's one other thing I need to tape off too. I gotta tape off the VIN and stuff on the side of the door right there. So just a little bit more left, and then the rockers too. That might take some time, but you know, they're pretty rusty, so that's why I need a prep pad for that. But other than that, I will catch you guys tomorrow. All right, guys, so working on the blue truck yet again, and it is currently 3:01. I gotta get up in 4 hours for work, but I'm just getting this thing done. So if we look down here, as you can see, the rockers are all ground down. So I got those all, you know, brought down to like basically the metal like up here, but just a quick job just because, you know, if anything, I probably want to do rockers later on anyways. I finished the whole rear there, just scuffing it up and getting all the little edges in the back there. And then I got both front doors all sanded down. And over here in this little box, I did get some primer that I can use to just, you know, prime it and sand it down, you know, make sure everything's nice and smooth and all filled in and all that, and everything's good to go. And then I'll be able to base and clear it. So I still got to do that. I ran out of time obviously tonight, but I'll have to do that tomorrow and get started on that. But I do gotta get. All right, guys, and as I was trying to say there before my battery died, I gotta get the four-wheelers all put back together so I can get them out so that I don't get any overspray on them or anything like that. Mainly concerned about my, you know, my baby right here. But you know, I could cover this up or whatnot, or just push it out for now so I don't get any overspray on this one. But I should have everything to get it back together for now, at least. It's just getting a good enough tune on the carburetor to get it to actually, you know, move around. But I mean, it'll actually ride with the carburetor that's on it. But I just gotta get the carburetor switched back onto that one and get that one all back together and then go from there. So that'll probably be its own video aside from the truck stuff. So I'm gonna get to that now.